If you keep calling yourself lazy, but deep down you just feel exhausted all the time, this explainer might change how you see yourself.
So why does it feel like you're always tired lately? Why do even the smallest tasks feel so overwhelming?
You might think you're just lazy, but psychology suggests something very different. There's this huge overlap between laziness and burnout, and honestly, most people confuse the two. Burnout isn't a lack of discipline. It's a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion that's caused by prolonged stress and just not enough recovery. And the most dangerous part? A lot of people don't even realize they're burnt out until it's already deeply embedded in their lives. So, we're going to go through 8 signs that what you're experiencing isn't laziness, it's burnout.
Let's start with sign number 1.
Do you ever feel like you're just going through the motions? Like life is happening, but you're not fully in it? Burnout often comes with this emotional numbness, or the sense that you're watching yourself from the outside. Nothing feels deeply engaging anymore. You don't feel like yourself. And this isn't apathy. It's your nervous system trying to protect itself from overload.
Okay, sign number 2. Think about it. You used to be motivated, right? Laziness tends to be pretty consistent, but burnout is a change. If you used to be driven, disciplined, or ambitious, and now you just feel exhausted, unmotivated, and totally flat, that's not a personality flaw. That's burnout draining the energy you once used to function at such a high level.
All right, number 3.
See, burnout doesn't just take your energy, it takes your joy. Hobbies, goals, or passions that used to get you excited now probably feel like chores, or maybe even things you resent. This is what happens when something you loved became something you were forced to push through for way too long without any real rest.
Let's talk about sign number 4. Are you way more irritable than you used to be? Do small things just completely set you off? Do you snap more easily? Well, that irritability is a really common sign of burnout. When your emotional resources are totally depleted, your tolerance just drops. And this is so different from laziness, right? Lazy people are often relaxed and unaffected, but burnt out people, they're overstimulated and completely overwhelmed.
Next up, number 5.
Have you noticed you've been neglecting self-care, maybe without even really realizing it? Burnout slowly chips away at the basics. Sleep becomes irregular. Your eating habits change. You stop grooming or exercising or socializing. And it's not because you don't care, it's because even those simple tasks feel absolutely exhausting. And again, the key difference is you weren't always this way.
Okay, sign number 6. This is a big one. Everything just feels harder than it should. Tasks that once required almost no effort, like answering messages or starting work, now feel disproportionately difficult. That mental resistance is a sign of cognitive fatigue, which is a core feature of burnout. It's not avoidance, it's depletion.
And here we are at number 7. So you get some rest, but it doesn't actually recharge you. One night of sleep used to be enough, right? Now it barely makes a dent. See, burnout isn't something you can fix with a single break or a weekend off, because it's not just tiredness, it's long-term stress that's literally stored in your body. So when rest stops working the way it used to, burnout is often the reason why.
And finally, number 8.
This is so important to understand. These changes happened gradually. Burnout doesn't just show up one day. It develops in stages. It starts with some stress, then it becomes chronic pressure, and finally, it leads to deep exhaustion. By the time you notice something is wrong, you've probably been running on empty for months, maybe even years. And that slow progression is exactly why burnout is so easy to dismiss and so dangerous to ignore.
So I really want you to hear this. Burnout doesn't mean you're weak. It often means you were strong for way too long without support.
Calling yourself lazy doesn't fix the problem. It hides it. Recognizing that this might be burnout gives you the chance to rest, recover, and ask for help before that exhaustion turns into something much heavier.
If this put words to something you've been feeling, just know that this channel is about understanding yourself, not judging yourself. There are experiences that most people never really explain. This is where we make sense of them.